comma, period, semicolon. No, we need something with more drama, like in Mdash. But wait, can I still use it? People online are saying things like the Mdash is a huge red flag, and I heard that an Mdash is a sign of ChatGPT writing. But what about the writers, the journalists, the storytellers, the creatives who've used Mdashes forever to insert context or add a dramatic pause? So the question of 2025 is, can you use a certain punctuation mark and still be a good writer without people assuming you're using a chatbot?
AI is really a challenge for us because we recognize that people in the workplace are using AI, so it doesn't help our students to ignore it. How are we using AI in a way that helps students with workflow?
For professionals like Aileen Gallagher, a journalism professor at Syracuse University, there are telltale signs when students rely too heavily on AI in their writing.
If I suspect AI, it's because you're using vocabulary that seems like I don't actually think you know what it means, or where the vocabulary is, you're talking about ideas in a way that we haven't talked about them in class.
Despite multiple posts claiming the Mdash is a dead giveaway for AI writing, Gallagher doesn't buy it, and plenty of other experts agree.
I think part of the reason this trend has taken off is because the Mdash is both a cool punctuation mark, it's really versatile, it's really elegant looking, but it also has a really cool name that describes really concretely what it is.
Fun fact, the Mdash gets its name because it's about the width of the letter M. The N-dash, it's roughly the width of the letter N, but used more for things like number ranges. But how did we get to this point of people thinking they can easily spot the use of AI in writing? In a February discussion post on OpenAI's website, the company behind ChatGPT, a user asked if the Mdash was a quirk in training data.
We don't know where the large language model came from that the generative AI was trained on. If everybody is using the same tools to synthesize the information and deliver it to people, everything is going to sound the same way, and which we know audiences don't like.
So instead of using AI to do the work for you, what if it helped your workflow instead? Bushnell says researchers have been looking into how collaboration can help spur creativity.
The way collaboration works is when you ricochet off someone else's idea into new territory that you wouldn't have arrived at without that spark. AI can be incorporated into the writing process in the exact same way.
And it makes sense that we're talking about this because AI is everywhere. According to Exploding Topics, ChatGPT is the 8th most visited website in the world as of May, pulling in 4.57 billion monthly visits, outranking X and even Amazon.
I think the best way to cope with the effects of AI, if you feel it sucking you in, is to think not about your experience as a writer or creator, but to think about the experience of the person on the other end. Almost everyone hates reading AI because it's an indication that the people producing this material don't value us enough to put their own time and effort into the product.
In an age where anyone can generate content, Gallagher says it's time to think bigger. What do you want to create? And what do you want your work to say about you?
If generative AI is doing the work for you, then what are we all doing here? And those are the bigger existential questions that not just journalists, but like we as employees and employers should be having.
With Straight Arrow News, I'm Kennedy Felton. Download our app or visit san.com for more.